So Dhruv Maharaj, so Dhruv Maharaj was just so Dhruv Maharaj was asking someone that what is this big mountain of bones. Then he get to know that these are my bones of so many births. So this is not our first birth. So from the beginning we are taking birth and wandering on in this world. So when I have come into this body, then I am thinking that I am this body, I am this, and I am enjoying this so many things here. So we all are thinking like this, that I am feeling so many sorrows and happiness here, but this is not actually truth. So from time immemorial we have gone through so many bodies. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is saying this. In Bhagavatam also it is said that like this. So from the beginning to the end we are just wandering in this world, just like waves are coming in the ocean. So there's no beginning and there's no end of it. So even Lord comes and did so many times his Leela, and he goes to his abode. And doing Leelas. So Lord is also, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also is doing his Leela in somewhere, in some universe. Radha Krishna also is doing their Leela in some universe. So Lord has created like body, so that we souls should hear his Harikatha and his Leelas, and therefore he is doing his Leelas and coming like human beings, and his in his Leelas he is showing that how he is also under influence of sorrows and happiness, and after he does his Leela and he goes to his abode. Just like in the east, sun is rising and uh, going on top of the sky and with scorching heat. And in the evening, his light is becoming shallow and sun just sets in the west, and sun is actually there but it is not seen by our eyes. And then again in the morning that sun again comes in the east. So this sunrise and sunset, it is going on from time immemorial. Similarly, Lord's Leelas are going on like this. So Ram Leela is also going on. Krishna Leela, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. So their Leelas are going on somewhere in some universe. So very merciful, a soul by doing bhajan and attains that position where he gets the mercy of Lord and he actually sees the Leelas of Lord. So by doing Nam Bhajan, when the devotee comes into that position that he actually sees the Leela going on. So this is all happening by the power of Yog Maya. That devotee sees that Leela by the mercy of Yog Maya. So thousands of years before today, Lord Ramchandra came. So he came on this earth and he just did his pastimes here. So time is changing, societies are changing, everything changes. Is deflated. Similarly, our bodies also deflate. And in the end, the purport of saying this is that our body is also changes and we become old. So there is no ending of this coming and going from this world. So who can explain all these things? Similarly, pastimes of Lord are also going on like this. But the pastimes of Lord, they are eternal. Everything changes, but the pastimes of Lord, which are described in these scriptures, which are told and which are heard, they are eternal. They are not changing like material things. So in societies we just hanker for new things, and we time by time we uh, renovate our houses, we build new houses, new buildings. So we want new. But Lord's Harikatha, they are not like this. They are actually eternal. So what you have heard, what is written in Harikatha, and what you have heard, told me. Please tell me. But if we have actually heard Harikatha, then our lives should have been changed. We just hear but we do not follow. So, what is the result of Shravan, hearing Harikatha? When Guru asked his disciple, please bring a glass of water. Then he was just sitting idle. Then Gurudev again asked him, have you heard it, what I have told? Then disciple said, yes, I heard. But he was sitting idle. Even then, for third time, Gurudev asked, have you heard? I have asked you to bring a glass of water. He said, yes, I have heard. I am not dumb. But has he really heard what his Gurudev is saying? When he will give water to his Gurudev, then it is real hearing. So this Harikatha is same. It is eternal. 1000, even before this Ramayana was written so many thousands Harikatha is the same. But we are just hearing, but we are not following it. So we are failing in our acharan. We are not following what is told. Ram's Katha is very madhur. It's so sweet. There's nobody whose heart is not melted by hearing this Harikatha. So even Lord Ramchandra wept when he heard this Harikatha from Love Kush, but he just didn't show it outside. I remember in Mathura, Gurudev used to tell this Harikatha, Lord Ramchandra's pastimes. So the original Ramayana is Valmiki's Ramayana, which is written in Sanskrit, and Ramayana is also written in so many other languages based on that Valmiki Ramayana only. So in Srimad Bhagavatam it is also described Mool Ramayana Chaiva. In Upanishad also it is written that the original Ramayana is written by Valmiki. So it is the original Ramayana. So I remember those days when Gurudev used to live in Mathura Math, and before Ramnavami, 1 month before from Ramnavami and 1 month after, he used to tell this Harikatha Lord Ramchand's Leela. For 2 months he used to uh, I used to read Ramayana, and I had a very deep attachment towards Lord Ramchandra. And he also used to say that by the mercy of Lord Ramchandra, I have come onto the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and by his mercy, I have come into the devotion of Radharani. So this is his humbleness. He used to say all these things. So nowadays, so many people used to say that I am a one-pointed Krishna Bhakta, and I will only hear Harikatha of Lord Krishna. But it is not like this. Vishnu Chakdi Thakur, in commentary of Srimad Bhagavatam, he is saying that we should follow the ideas of Lord Ramchandra. We should hear his pastimes and we should follow it. Then only we can enter into the pastimes of Lord Krishna and Radhaji. So in Ramayana, this Maryada is told. So without following the scriptures, some person is like an animal. So this animalistic life, it will not take us towards Lord. It will take away from Lord. So just like so many waves are coming from the ocean, but they are just coming with velocity, but they just touch the shore and they just go back. So you are coming from Jagannath Puri and you have seen there so many big waves are coming. So sometimes it seems like that big wave will carry away everything with it. But when it comes to the shore, it just touches the shore and just go back. So the purport is this. The sea is also into its own maryada, its own limits. So love is also having its own limit. Vishnu Chakdi Thakur ji is describing it in his commentary that love is also having its own limits or maryada. So that limit, this maryada is shown in this Ramayana. So how brotherly love should be there, how mother's love should be like, and how our king should be towards king's love should be towards his pupil. So in Ramayana, all the characters if we analyze one by one uh, those characters, then we will get to know that some spot should be some spot we can see in the characters of every character in Ramayana, but we cannot see even a spot on the character of Lord Ramchandra. So I had asked one question, that when Lord Ramchandra was given exile, and then Lakshmanji was so aggressive, and even he even accused his father Dasharat Maharaj that you are so much under influence of your wife that you have given exile to Lord Ramchandra. So in every character we can see some black spot in the characters, but in Lord Ramchandra's character we cannot see even a spot or a speck of spot. So he used to love, so much love is there in his heart for everyone, for his mothers, for father, for brothers. So we cannot find even a speck of spot on his character. And what Bharat Maharaj did, he was not he didn't agree to say mother Ma to his mother Kaikeyi. Even when Lord Ramchandra was seated on the throne after returning from Lanka, and one day Kaikeyi was weeping and asked Lord Ramchandra, "O son Ram, my son Bharat, he didn't address me mother. If you will say him, then he will do so." So one day Lord Ramchandra called for Bharat in a I can do everything for you, but just don't ask me to say mother, to say that I should call Maharani Kaikeyi as mother. I cannot do this. So Lord Ramchandra said that I want to give this order only to you. So one who is enemy of Lord Ram in any matter, then I have no relationship with that person. So she is the queen, but she is not my mother. Just for this state, this throne, she gave you exile. So this thing will never be washed away from her character. So Bharat Maharaj only called her Maharani. He never called her mother as mother. He just called her as Maharani, queen. But we see the character of Lord Ramchandra towards his father, towards mothers, towards brother. So that is ideal love for everyone. Even as a king, how to give protection to his to the public. He was an ideal king. He was an ideal disciple. So all these things we see in Ramayana, how an ideal king should be. There is no place of any animosity or anything negative in his character. His character is very pure, 100% pure. So in the morning I was just telling this thing. When Lakshmanji was aggressive, when Ramji was given exile, then what Lord Ramchandra told Lakshmanji, that if you will again utter these words to our father, then I will leave you for always, forever. I will leave you forever. So somewhere we can see some negative things in Lakshman's life, but Lakshman's character is also unmatched. How he served Lord Ramchandra, it was unparalleled. So in Ramayana it is written that from the childhood he just offered his life in the service of Lord Ramchandra. So Durvasa Rishi, when he came, how he would go to his abode, into his eternal Ayodhyapuri. So when this Lakshman Visarjan Leela is coming, so the real purpose is to just show that to create some reason to go back. So a man goes from this body and some reason is there, but one who knows this reality, that by the reason of karmas only we are coming and going, then that person, that intelligent person, they do not become sorrowful, or they do not become joyous of these things. They really know that it is just changing the body. So they are Tattvadarshi, they are real intelligent persons. So they don't become sorrowful, they don't become happy by seeing all these things. So the ideal of service of Lakshman's life is this. When Durvasa Rishi came and he asked Lord Ramchandra that I want to conversate with you in some isolated place, then Lord Ramchandra said, okay. but but that Kalpurush told Ramchandra that when anyone sees us or hears our conversation, that you have to kill that person. So in Raghukul it is like this: a promise is kept in every condition. So in an isolated chamber, they were together and they were just talking to each other. And Lakshmanji, Lord Ramchandra says to Lakshman that you should stand outside and you just don't allow anybody to come inside without my orders. Even you should also not come inside without my orders. So at that time Durvasa Rishi came, and by even a very menial mistake he becomes so angry. So he came and he asked Lakshman, "Oh Lakshman, go and tell Ramchandra that I have come and I want to meet him. Just go immediately." Then Lakshmanji said, "Oh Munivar." Then Durvasa Rishi told, "You don't waste time and just go immediately and tell Ramchandra." To wait for some moment. Then he became angry. "You don't want to go. I will kill you. I will even destroy your Ayodhya." Then Lakshmanji began thinking that he was thinking if Durvasa Rishi is very angry, then he can even turn the Ayodhya into ashes, and everyone Ayodhya Vasis, they all will be killed. Then it's better that I should give my offering, my life's offering. So he went inside, and that Kal Purush, he just vanished from there, and Lord Ramchandra was lamenting, "What you have done. You are my most prominent servant. Everyone loves you. Just like Lord Ramchandra loves Lord Lakshmanji, and similarly Lakshmanji also loves Lord Ramchandra greater than his own self. So they are like two birds in one stem only. So both are very beautiful, and both characters are very beautiful. So everyone in the Ayodhya, they used to love Lord Ramchandra and Lakshman ji equally. So now Ramji is lamenting how I should give how should I kill Lakshman. But I have given promise, and in Raghukul a promise should be kept in every circumstance. So in a very big sabha, before so many audience, Gurudev used to tell this story, this katha. So how Lord Chandra, Ramchandra also uh, came into his palace and called everyone, every ministers, and asked how should I kill Lakshman, how I can kill Lakshman, and how should I keep my promise given to Kalpurush. So how should I save Lakshman and keep my promise also? Then Gurudev Vasisht ji told that the promise you have given, you have to follow it. You have to keep your promise. Your clan, your Ikshvaku clan, is known for its this thing that death punishment to Lakshman. Everyone was saying like this. So Guru's orders are like supreme orders. But in that association, one servant of Lord Hanumanji, he stood up. He told that it is right that in Raghukul a promise should be kept. Even you can lay your life for that. But I want to say one thing. That if we are that that if you leave a person who is very close to you, it is like death for him. So he told a slok from Shastras that a person who is very close or a person who is very renowned, if you leave him, then that is like death for him. So Lakshmanji is like his soul. So he just left Lakshmanji. So this is like death for Lakshmanji. So everyone present there, they just agreed with the idea of Hanumanji. So Lord Ramchandra, so he told that from now onwards I have left Lakshman. So Lakshmanji was standing there. Time for rest. So where is the rest for him? So the rest is in Harikatha, in Harinam, in service. This is actually rest. But material persons, they don't understand this thing. So some people used to say me that you have just now come, you please take rest for one day and then you can start Harikatha from tomorrow. But I say that no, from now I will do Harikatha. So I used to say them that my rest is in Harikatha. So some people they liberation. So he was telling Hari Katha from Lalit Madhav Katha, and bas by in between he just left this earth. So Prabhupada ji is writing that real rest is in Hari Katha. One or the other day this body has to go. You cannot do anything. So it has to go one day. So the thing which is bound to go, then why should my life in the service of Lord, and now Lord is Lord uh, uh, has given me rest from this His service. So my life is waste. Gurudev used to tell this Harikatha. Then Lakshmanji went to Saryu river, and he became in one form as Sheshnag and went into the Saryu river, and in his original form he went to his original abode Ayodhya Dham. So after that Lord Ramchandra also he gave all his Rajya, all his states to his sons, and he also went to his real abode with all his parikars and associates. So everyone who helped in the Leelas of Lord Ramchandra, they also went to their abode. Malas, but it is not actually bhajan. What is bhajan? So this bhajan is coming from the original root word bhaj from Sanskrit. It means service. We are doing Naam, but we should do it with the feeling of service. We should not take food, we should not take prasad, but we should serve prasadam. So, this word service, seva, is attached to everything in the life of a Vaishnava. Ki jai, ki jai. So, tomorrow I will tell the character of Sita ji. राम जी ने सीता जी को क्या त्याग दिया? राम जी ने सीता जी को जो त्याग दिया, एक उसके कहने पे, एक उसके धोबी के कहने पे सीता जी को क्यों त्याग दिया? मैंने कहा था जो रामचंद्र के चित्र में कहीं भी स्पॉट नहीं है। So some people used to raise a point, then why Lord Ramchandra, by hearing from a washerman that something ill about Sita ji, and he just left Sita ji. The question is this. So when we analyze the characters of Ramayana, every character has, we can see some dark spot in the characters of everyone. But when we see the character of Lord Ramchandra, we cannot see even a spot in his character. So I had raised a question. So why then Lord Ramchandra left Sita ji? Lord Ramchandra knew very well that Sita ji is very pure. She is a very chaste lady. So when the Sita ji which went to Lanka, she was a Maya Sita. It was her shadow. Real Sita ji was not there. Chandra told Lakshman ji that you lit a fire, big fire, and then asked that Sita, you give give proof of your chastity. But Lakshman ji was becoming aggressive and asked Lord Ramchandra, what you are doing, why you are doing, don't you know that Sita ji is very pure? But Lord Ramchandra told Lakshman that this is not real Sita, it is a shadow Sita, Chaya Sita. But persons with filthy mind, they blame Sita ji for that. So even Trijata was used to live every moment with Sita ji. And she also told that Sita ji is very pure. And Lakshman ji asked Ramchandra that she is like my mother and she is the most chaste lady. Then Lord Ramchandra told that she is not real Sita. Then Lakshmanji asked, is she not real Sita ji? Then he said that the original Sita ji is with Parvati ji on Kailash. So all these things are there. So Ramchandra also give proof of this. So why then Lord Ramchandra just by hearing something filthy from a washerman, he just left Sita ji and he sent her in the forest. So Lord Ramchandra actually knew that Sita ji is very chaste. So then why he sent her in the forest? So this is the question, even while knowing that they are not like this, some of them were with filthy mind. So is it not the duty of the king to listen to every Leela? So even today people raise this question that Ramji is giving justice to everyone. Then why she did